Well, the next presentation we have is going to be Peter. He's going to talk about Success is Contagious. There's going to be kindergarten, elementary school students. So Peter is Dutch Australian and has been in Japan for 30 years. He's been an early childhood teacher and has owned his own school for 25 years. He's been working with preschool kids for 15 years and is very excited to share some teaching ideas to the community. So Peter, please take it away.
All right. So hello, everyone. Okay.
Hello, hello.
Get used to the fact that I don't hear anything. So am I? Oh, there's somebody says hi. Okay. Now, if somebody has questions, I'm not quite sure how to check that. So maybe you can just.
I'll follow the chat and chime in if somebody has a question, or if somebody wants to go ahead and interrupt, please just unmute yourself and we can hear you ask a question to Peter.
Okay. Okay. All right. So 32 years in Japan. My experience in Japan is all kindergarten and basically elementary grade 1, 2, 3. And that's the area I've decided to specialize in, and because that's the area I enjoy the most, mainly because I can use my songs. I really like singing with the kids, and that gets a bit hard when you go to elementary grade 4 or 5. It sort of gets a bit difficult, but kindergarten and grade 1, 2, 3, great to sing with, great to use songs to teach anything you want. And yeah, like David, the stories are really great, and using the pictures, I use the music, which is basically a story too, and I share pictures through that. So, okay, what I like to do today is, I'm not sure if I have, it's not a lecture type, maybe it's more like a conversation type of presentation, and just share with you what I'm doing. It's my first time. So anyone has any questions or comments, then I will hear that from you. Okay, Tristan.
All right, thank you.
Hi, okay. All right. Well, I'm very excited to share what I'm doing. I've been here for 32 years, so obviously you gather a lot of experience. But I really, at this point now where I don't just want to share, I want to help people as well. So anyone who has a sincere request for help in the sort of area that I teach in, like kindergarten or elementary grade 1, 2, 3, then, you know, don't hesitate to connect with me. And, you know, if it works out time-wise, then I will definitely try and help you. So, okay. Okay. Yeah, I want to just see if this works here. Share photos. I wanted to touch on 4 points today. Can you see this? Yes. Okay. Can people see this?
All right, great. Yes.
Yeah, okay. So I want to just quickly go over 4 points. One, what does success look like in the setting of kindergarten and elementary grade 1 to 3? Point 2, create opportunities for success. 3, parents, teacher collaboration. And 4, how to get, I can't see that, parents involved. Does it show up? Okay. Successfully, yeah. All right. So let's have a look at point 1. So what does success look like for anyone who teaches in the kindergarten or elementary grade 1 to 3? Does anybody have anything to say about that? Or maybe I say my thing first and you can react to that. So for me, success in the kindergarten and with the grade 1, 2, 3, and I'm sure all the other grades too, but I'm focusing on this, is how my students experience success. So whatever that means to them. So I've had teachers in my classes who sort of told me afterwards that it didn't go very well or it wasn't successful, but they didn't really see the signs of success. So to me, success is how a student experiences success. And especially with young kids, if a child raises a finger when you're doing, if that's all they're doing during the song, and we're doing a song about counting, that's success. The way they smile, the way they look at me, the way they read me. I sort of want to be like a picture book. When I sing about snow or songs, I don't just say the words, I see the snow and I feel the snow. And when kids see that and they read me, I can tell in the spark in their eyes that they are enjoying this and they're experiencing a level of success. So how do you look at success in the kindergarten? Anybody who teaches that sort of setting, or grade 1 to 3, which is elementary school? Is there anybody?
Well, I'll give it a shot.
Okay.
So for the preschoolers, especially the real beginners, the things I'm trying to do is make a connection with them and to get them feeling comfortable in the classroom and relaxing. And I'm not pushing them to speak much English at the time. I find that actually once that relationship is there, once they, feel comfortable with you, that they will start using more and more English from there, rather than trying to, push it on them, just letting them get comfortable. So that kind of success, having them interact and engage with anything, having them find some interest in you or the materials or the language, all of that.
Yeah, so that's kind of my point too there, how you create opportunities for success. So you are saying that you want to establish this connection. Yeah, so you establish
right.
this, you establish a connection or a relationship with the students, and you do that in the way that you're best at, or depending on your setting, and then that creates an opportunity for success, whatever that is in your definition or in the child's definition. I think some people look, especially adults, look at their definition of success and they don't realize maybe children have a different definition of success. They might be really shy, and the fact that they just lifted their finger or their mouth just moved a little bit, to them, that's a great victory, and they feel really successful and they want to come back and do it again. But if you don't see that, you might go, oh, it was terrible. Nobody did anything. They didn't smile. They didn't join the movement. So, you look for those sort of signs. And so, you create the opportunity for success.
Well, that's a great comment, Peter. Yeah, actually, I've had some of our teachers at our school that feel really down after the lesson, and they missed those little signs that they're making a difference with the students. And just those little things, I mean, they're not going to stand up and instantly, just go into speaking full sentences or anything like that.
Really
Josephine in the comment, Josephine in the comment said, they smiled at me and trying to explain. That's a success for me.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So if you see that, then I've been doing this for 30 years. I feel really blessed and I feel extremely successful because of my definition of success. So I'm surrounded by 1,000 kids every week that I meet, and I see that success in children's faces, and that makes me feel good because success is contagious. So kids smile and it creates a very successful environment. And once you sort of create that relationship that you talked about, you can really start pushing sort of the limit. I do things in the kindergarten that people go, no, that won't work, or no, they probably won't like that. Well, they do. But you have to get to that point where you've got that relationship. It's really important. Then it's just, you can do what you want to do. So,
Another comment says, you can hear them saying a word you teach while you're entering their room. As a teacher, you feel that your lesson is success. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I use a lot of songs. So when I come into the classroom or enter the building and the kids are already singing these songs, then you just know, wow, this is fantastic. So that's success. Yeah, definitely. How do you reverse an unsuccessful lesson? So I just saw that point there. well, that's maybe, I don't see a lesson as unsuccessful, so I don't have to reverse anything. So it depends on your definition. I mean, I admit there are days when things just don't work. If it's, you know, sometimes nothing works, all right? But usually, 99% of the time, lessons are successful if you have the right definitions, especially with kids, With adults, it's a whole different thing. They bring in lots of other issues, but with kids, my attitude is always it's successful and I see success. So you talked about that relationship. So hold on, here we to create opportunities. Can I just go back to, sorry.
Yeah.
There's a whiteboard here. Oh, here we go. Whiteboard. This is my favorite acronym. So we can all read that.
Smiles.
Smiles, yeah. So smiles is the student. Oh, I just wanted to get a dot. The student, me, interact. When the student and me interact, learning takes place. When the learning takes place, there's enjoyment. And then as a result, we have success. So smiles. Student, me, interact, learning, enjoyment, success. How do I get out of it? So, yeah.
Just to follow up on that too is the consistency. You know, if the interaction doesn't go well, is starting over again next week and bring over that over time. You know, even if it's not going to happen in that one day, somebody, you know, loses it and they cry, or, you know, could did something to happen before class. But just all is forgiven and you start over next week. Yeah, that's great with the kids, especially the very young ones.
As teachers, we have experience. We know what the end result is. So if it doesn't work today, I've already seen thousands of kids enjoying it. So I know it's going to work. And then maybe, yeah, that day it didn't work or that didn't quite go right, but I know it's going to go right. So it's never going to spoil my day or make me feel stressed or think that doesn't work or that's not successful. So yeah, you just keep on going. And that's the same when you're singing. If you're in the middle of a song and it's not working, I've seen teachers just go, their whole aura changes and they're like, oh, it's not working. And then they wonder why it goes worse. Well, because the kids are looking at you and you can't do it. And you don't believe in it. So it's not going to work. So when that happens, you just keep going, like nothing is going wrong. Everything is fine. And nobody picks up on that. And then the next time you try again. So yeah, that's very important. Okay. So that's for the kindergarten. Let me just go back here to photos. I was at, sorry, here now. Yeah, okay, so opportunities for success in elementary school, grade 1 and 3. So in my school, I only have really elementary 1, 2, 3 and kindergarten kids. I don't really teach past that. And I have a reading program that is free for anyone to use. And that creates a lot of opportunities for students to experience success. So maybe I can just show you some pictures of that. Love the way how I sit here doing that. Okay. So let me just 2, 3, 4, 5. This must be so basic to most people here, but
couple of comments while you're doing that. Success for me when I heard them saying the words they learned or heard them singing at the end of the school day.
Yep.
Somebody else had a similar comment. Yeah. And then another one, children trying or making progress is success.
Yep. So children try because they feel safe and you have a good interaction with them. So that is that S&M, smile, student, me, interact. When you get that going, then there will be learning. Student, me, interact, learning. And once children learn, they have enjoyment and they want more. And that's your success there. So if I just look at this here, well, we know this book probably. It's a very old copy. I'm allowed to show this here. It's commercial.
No problem.
Okay, yeah. So in this book here, it basically introduces the vowels first, and then it goes into groups of consonants. So I've used that to, oh, hold on, what's going on here? I've used that to make these sheets where we practice the vowels, the first two lines, and then the consonants. Very easy for kids to do, always successful. Then we have little blends here that they can work with. They're all in the uppercase here, and then they write it in lowercase under there. And the same here, where we do the reverse, where they get to practice the uppercase. I only do that in the beginning until they have a good grasp of writing the uppercase and lowercase. And we do lots of blending, as you can see here on the right page there. And that takes us to, I do this right from the beginning, like chapter 1 in David's book, where we introduce the vowels and a few consonants. We start reading these sentences, and kids write in lowercase, they write. Then I have those sentences all translated in Japanese. This is for the kids' benefit, but also for parents, which works really well when it comes to collaborating with parents. I have 26 sentences for each level. There's like 400 different sentences, but anyway, each level is 26 because I use that for, you know, all the go fish, everybody knows go fish. So I have 26 uppercase and then the same 26 lowercase. So we can, instead of saying, do you have a or do you have a, they can say, do you have a bed, a big bat? So they have to read out the cards, or we can do it with lowercase and have a Japanese version as well. Then, yeah, I use some of these. These are really easy to make on the line. You can just make your own word searches and unscramble. So this is all related to those first 10 sentences. So then this is very easy. Students find this so easy, and it's so easy to experience success right from the beginning when I get them. And then we sort of graduate to, you know, more and more difficult sentences. And once we finish the whole alphabet, we move into the digraphs. And these are just pictures, screenshots from the YouTube. These are all the sentences for the real beginners. So they're all on YouTube. There's the cards. So yeah, this is all beginners, Japanese, beginners. My ugly knees. Well, we all know about that, the hard work of making all this stuff, cutting it all out and making cards. All right, so basically I have a reading program for the grade 1 to 3 that is really, really easy to start and really easy for kids to follow. So right from the beginning, I create a lot of student-me interaction and learning and success as a result of that. So let me just go back to, oh yeah, so then eventually we get to this stuff here. Kids, first graders, we start reading these sort of stories here, which is most of us decodable, except for a few sight words. If you know the A to Z, you can read this. And then here, you start learning the digraphs, so we can read stories like this here. So it's all very easy to follow. So, okay, let me move on to, when you have this student-me interaction, learning, enjoyment, it's a really good time for parents to get them involved as well. So I think using parents obviously is very important. I'm not sure what other people do. Do you have a lot of collaboration between you and the parents? Anybody? No. Anybody? Chat.
Got one yes in there.
Okay. So how
if you want to elaborate there in the chat, just tell them the homework.
Okay.
Yeah, me too. With the parents, helping them make sure that the homework is done, or helping remind the kids, or kind of more administrative stuff with the parents, getting them to class on time, making sure they had their snack or whatever before class so that they're not pooped out and don't have any energy during the class or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't have a lot of no teaching of English by the parents to the students.
No. That's a no. No.
So they don't need to explain, what's going on with the homework. So.
No, so that's why I have all these sentences translated in Japanese too, because some parents, they just freak out. They look and say, I don't know what that means. So it's all there. They have it. So they don't have to freak out about that. But the parents are really, really important in my thinking, especially with the younger learners, with the kindergarten and the early elementary. They are the primary caregivers, and they want their kids to succeed. That's why they send them to me. Well, then you have to collaborate with me as well, because I'm not going to do it on my own. So they are very important, but you have to let parents know that's what your expectation is. Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to be afraid of the parents.
Yeah, me too.
And it's just
Liza has a question. No, I teach kids online. Usually the parents right now next to the kid. So yeah. And Mark has his hand up. Mark, you have a question?
Hey there.
Hello.
About the parent-teacher collaboration. For me in my setting, we do a monthly newsletter, which is in English and in Japanese. Gives them a snapshot of what the kids are learning, phrases, vocabulary. We also have open days. We invite parents to come and observe. And we also, in my English program, we have an app. So the parents can look at the app. They can see the child's progress, like how much time they're using the app and how much input they're having. And lastly, we use social media to post videos, pictures, give our parents like instant feedback. Hey, this is what we're doing here today, a craft, or we're doing this song, look how good they're getting, that sort of thing. Yeah, no, that's fantastic. We're on the same page there, Mark. So that definitely you create smiles, student, me, interaction, learning, enjoyment, and the parents are part of that. So when the parents are part of that, and once you start creating that kind of success, it is contagious. You parents will talk more to other parents. And it's not like in the old days where they drop the kids off and then they go shopping. It's like, no, you want your kids to study here, but I have something that I want too from you. And sort of you need to work with me and use the app and read the newsletter and be involved. And it's very important. So, yeah. Yeah, like in our newsletters, we give like hints and tips of like phrases they can use with the child in the house. So they can use English outside the classroom as well. Yeah, no, great. So I use Line account. I really think that works very well in Japan. All my classes, I have a Line group. And so I take shots of the class, take little videos. And then I can, even when I'm out and about, if something relates to what I was teaching, I can make a little video and post it on there. And it's fun for the kids. But it's the parents who have the iPhone, so they have the responsibility then to share that with the kids. So the other thing that I'm really big on is I'll just quickly show you here of all the stories. It's about 500 now, 500. I have all these YouTube videos, which are great to use as links. So I can now enter the parents' living room 24/7, because they're going to watch that on the big screen and then send pictures back with their kids reading it. So this is just right from the beginning, when they just know the first 5 vowels and a couple of consonants. But then it just goes on. It just grows, going to when they can read all of the A to Z, then the digraphs, some more digraphs here. So there's hundreds and hundreds of them. Then stories, there's like 20 stories for each level. All the different, so this is really, really, really great. Really get the parents involved, and they send pictures of their kids standing in front of the big screen reading
and then sending it back to me. And it's like, great, I'm in your living room now. You all have to listen to me while you're having dinner. And that's great. So, and then, you know, some parents are really active, so they get the kids to write out the dialogue as well, which is all on the YouTube, and you can just check it out. So, yeah, no, great, Mark.
Some more comments here. Tell the parents to read again their notes with the kids and more practice with them. Use simple English with their kids so that their kids will be more encouraged to learn their lesson. I do the same thing, actually, like encourage, even if the parents don't speak English, just having a positive attitude toward English, rather than some of the parents are like, oh, I don't know any English, but you kid, you go out there and demonstrate for all of us and put them on the spot and, you know, speak some English. If the parent is showing interest, the kid is going to usually follow that. But if the parent is showing a disconnection, oh, I can't do that, don't expect me to speak any English at all, the kid's going to have really mixed messages and feel awkward about that as well. So encourage the parents to at least try and have a positive attitude, show interest in it, that sort of thing.
That's why I've put so much focus on the reading, because, you know, when you look at the Eikaiwa boom in the 80s and 90s, the parents of today's children, they were the students. They were my students 30 years ago. And they sort of failed because now Japan is so far behind. And all these parents, a lot of them have no confidence. And they seem to pass this on to kids by saying, oh, I don't know, I can't speak English. And it, like you said, it's really negative. But with the reading, and I've sort of translated it all, it's all in Japanese, they instantly go like, oh, well, it's easy, it's all there, and they understand it. And it sort of gives you that safety feeling for the parents that they can sort of follow along with the kids and understand it. And it works really well. So, but yeah, it's attitude, yeah, of course.
Another comment, another teacher has a line group with all the parents together.
I put them in different classes,
connecting and making a community, just involving the parents, at least keeping them updated. They'll be interested in what's going on. Maybe not too much, but at least something.
Yeah, I mean, just shots of the class to see, or a little video, or I put links of, this is the story we read today, and then put the link on there, and then the kids can read it at home, and it sort of connects what you did, and it's something that's they can use the whole week, you know. So yeah, really important to make those connections. Sort of my school is called Fun Bridge, which is, I live in Funabashi, so Fun Bridge. But it's also the image of we're on opposite ends when we start our relationship. It's the parent and the child and me, and then we cross the bridge. And then when we get halfway, they're at the point where I can take them across the bridge, and the parents can then walk behind me. And that's the collaboration we have. And it works really well. So I see my time is up here. So I just, like I said, I'm not sharing anything amazing, but my reading program is really amazing. It's free. So anyone who wants to use that, there are 1,000 videos on my YouTube. It's totally confusing unless you know how to, the playlists. So anyone who's interested, I can just guide you onto the right playlist. And then if it's something you want to use, or something maybe you want help with, that create your own, then please don't hesitate to contact me.
Yeah, there's some comments here showing interest. There was also one a little earlier asking about those worksheets you showed. Is there a way that people can get be able to use those? Are you sharing them?
Those worksheets, I mean, the sentence and all that, they're all on YouTube. I mean, I had to pay somebody to do that. So that's sort of, I don't want to just give it away when it's all on YouTube. All the sentences are there. So I can help you with an idea of maybe how to format that, or how to, because I don't want to sell it. So it's not the thing I sell. So, but it gives you an idea, and then you can just create what suits your situation. So it's all there on YouTube. All the sentences are there, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of them, and all in groups, so you can just work it out.
All right. Okay, wonderful. How would we find that YouTube channel? Can you put a link in the chat or something?
Oh, hold on. I just put the name of the channel, yeah, because I don't.
That'll work.
It's probably better to if you go to the channel and then you just go like, oh my God, how am I going to work this out? It's much easier if you contact me and then I can just, here we go. It's
Okay, maybe your email address or something, way to contact you.
Okay, yeah, that's a good idea. So email address is Dutchman in Tokyo, easy to remember. Dutchman in Tokyo, did I spell that right? Yeah, at hotmail.com. I'm still one of these people using Hotmail. Did that go there? Dutchman in Tokyo at hotmail.com. Hi. That's there?
Okay.
Hi.
There you go.
Oh, yeah. It's up to people. They can just contact me.
Okay, yeah, Peter's contact is in the chat. Anybody who's interested, follow it up.
Hi.
All right, well, thank you so much, Peter. Yeah, thank you. I really appreciate it. Thank you for joining us and sharing these ideas and the meaning of success. Very different for students and helping teachers to see that.